Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mystic's Heart. This is your show host, Denise Iwana, and welcome to a brand new year. The year 2018 is here, and it's a beautiful day in the Enchanted Forest. A great day to be alive, a great day to plan, and a great day to co-create with the universe. Yeah. Let's do that today. So good morning to anyone who happens to be watching at this time. Thank you for tuning in. And if you happen to be watching and listening, if you could take a moment to like and share the show, that would be fantastic. And we will all begin the new year together. So good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Tana. It is so good to have you in the chat room with me this morning. And Happy New Year to both of you. Happy New Year. Blessings. Todd is downstairs, and it's kind of a relaxing week this week because it's a holiday week. And so I took a few days off, and yet I don't want to miss not having my time with all of you on Tuesdays. So here we are all together. And good morning, Nicole. It was good to talk to the kids last night. Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Lily. It's good to have you in the chat room as well. And Jan Francisco, good morning. And again, if you would be so kind as to like and share, that would be just fantastic. Every new year is a chance to begin again. Every morning, every breath actually is an opportunity to begin again. And so this morning, as we all gather here, that's right. Jennifer up there in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan, who I affectionately call Guinevere. Jennifer. So this morning, I thought it would be nice if we perhaps did a bit of breath work together. Let's do a bit of breath work together and center ourselves this morning with the morning prayer, which is found on page 90 of Prayers and Incantations to the Light. So I'm going to ask you all to take a deep breath in, great big deep breath into your body, right down to the tips of your toes and beyond. And a full exhalation. So we take another great big deep breath to the tips of our fingers and beyond. And exhale fully. And a great big deep breath to the top of our crown chakra and beyond. And exhale fully. This particular prayer is called the morning prayer. Angels of the morning sun, divine ministers of dawn, whose brilliant rays arrive upon the life-giving breath of creation, I welcome the gift of this brand new day. Thank you for bringing with you new opportunities to play, to forgive, to love, to learn, to grow, to live. To be your eyes, your heart, your ears, and your hands on earth. Creator of all things, I am grateful for this day. I am grateful for my life, and I am grateful for you. And so it is. Amen. Those angels of the morning rays, every ray of sunshine, the ancients tell us, is a being, an angelic being that helps us to awaken. And with those rays in the morning, those beautiful bright beings, the old ones, the ancient ones tell us that it's a brand new day and an opportunity to begin again, to recreate our thoughts or uncreate them, right? We can recreate if we'd like to recreate, but we don't have to do that. Those ministering angels, they're called the ministering angels of dawn. Good morning, Jane. Hi, Angie. It is good to see all of you in the house. Good morning, Rob. And yes, I certainly will pull a card for Julie. Absolutely. Star. Good morning. Coming out of meditation, forgetting it's Tuesday. If at all, I'd love a reading. Good morning, Star. Good to see you. What a beautiful way to begin the new year all together. So I'm going to shuffle these cards, the Mystic Hearts Empowerment decks, and to draw a card for all of us. Good morning, Rochelle. Something to bring us into the new year and align us. Good morning, Mary. Last day of Christmas vacation, and here you are. How wonderful. What a blessing. Thank you for that. All right, here we go. The card that we have drawn here this first show in the year 2018 is the Pegasus card. The Pegasus, which represents our own unique inner creativity, our inner genius. And the message of the Pegasus for all of us is this: allow your creative genius to unfold. Good morning, Elise. Good to see you here. Good morning. Each of us comes to the earth plane with gifts and talents that are uniquely our own. Fueled by divine inspiration from the heavenly realms, we express our originality in the way that we dress our bodies, decorate our homes, write, paint, play, create, dance, sing. When we neglect to nurture our creative nature, it can become gridlocked and fade away with time. So, one of the things that happens when we don't allow our creativity to unfold is that we have a blockage in our flow of energy, in our chi. And all of a sudden we can find ourselves gridlocked and unable to even make a decent decision about anything. Stagnation and blockages in the flow of your creative energies may be contributing to obstacles and indecision in other areas of your life. It's time to become actively inspired once again. Good morning, Ago. What country are you from? I'm curious. Your name is beautiful. I'm just wondering what the origins of that is. It's quite stunning. Out of the confines of routine and regularity, you go. So everybody, we're being given a little reminder this morning about allowing our creative genius to flow and to unfold. And it's really important that we do that in whatever way we do that. Some people at the beginning of a year find themselves rearranging the furniture in their home. That's part of activating creativity, is to rearrange furniture. To go through our clothing and decide what we no longer wish to wear. Good morning, Bill Elliott. Good morning and a happy new year. That is right. That is right. Okay, so let's get going. Gabriel says, let's get going. Jane, you are up first this morning. And so I've got all 4 decks here this morning. The Archangel Saint Raphael card comes right at the top of the deck. So we're going to take a look at that one for you, Jane. And we know that the Archangel Saint Raphael, amongst many things, is that this beautiful being of light is the light of healing. And it is also the light of healers. And so when we call upon the Archangel Saint Raphael, when we sit with Raphael for a spell, as I say, sometimes when we invite Raphael, can you help me get some clarity on whatever it is that's going on in this situation? Raphael will help us to open our eyes and to see. Because oftentimes what we are not seeing or we haven't taken the time to see, is what's creating the blockage or the dissonance in our life. So, Jane, having said all of that about the Archangel Saint Raphael, I would invite you to spend some time under this super moon with Raphael. Just sit and be. Sit and be and listen. We have these wonderful, that's fantastic, Elise. Absolutely, Nicole. So we have this magnificent super moon in January. The moon, Mother Moon, is a beautiful being. She's also alive, just like Grandmother Earth. And when her tides and her light is shining so brightly and brilliantly upon all of us here on Grandmother, it's a wonderful time to reflect, to be. You know, the ancient Egyptians, and still to this day, because I've been invited to participate when I've been in Egypt, on the full moon, still go to the Great Pyramid at Giza and meditate and commune with the stars and the moon. They still do it to this day. Last time I was in Egypt, I was invited to join them there on the Giza Plateau. All right, here we go. Nicole Werner. This one is for you, Nicole. It is the Sun Face Kachina. Sun Face Kachina is from the mythology, the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. And the mythology of the Sun Face Kachina, of course, comes from native North America. And the message of the Sun Face Kachina is always this: stand in the light. Stand in your light. Keep shining your light, your unique light. And, you know, there are times in our lives when our light is challenged. People can challenge our light. Sometimes people want our light. They try to take it from us or diminish it. All sorts of things go on in this human journey. The Sun Face Kachina says, oh yes, all those things happen during a human journey. There are situations that will try to test you and perhaps knock you out of your light. In other words, standing in your gifts and talents. Sun Face Kachina says, realign yourself, get back into the light, and shine your light. Shine your light. Stand in the light, no matter what darkness is around you. Yes. Jane is saying, thank you. I got my crystals out last night. Wonderful. My beloved Raphael. Oh, she has the pendant. Oh, that's right. Here at the Mystic's Heart, which is a collaboration between myself and David Fix from Hearth Productions. David is an outstanding artist, as you all know, and he's created the Archangel pendants. They're absolutely beautiful on a silver chain. Gorgeous. Check it out at themysticsheart.com or deniseiwana.com. You can get to the Mystic's Heart from there as well. So there you have it, Nicole. There you have it. All right. Elise Miller. It is the Rabbit card. The Rabbit card from the Totem deck says this: be gentle with yourself. Be gentle. Go gently. It's one thing perhaps we think about first and foremost when we see the rabbit is how gentle they are, how sweet they are. The Rabbit card says, I am grateful for the abundance in my life. Abundance is all around and within me. So this is a card of being gentle with yourself and acknowledging the abundance in your life and the abundance that lies within you. That would be your gifts and talents and that light that you carry. Good morning, Nick. Oh, good, Nicole. That's wonderful. Awesome. Good morning, Nick. Good to see you in the house as well. All right, Angie, Nick's sister, my friend. The Archangel Metatron card is at the top of the deck for you. Metatron represents transformation. Metatron may be saying, under the light of this magnificent full moon, perhaps it's time to go within, to reflect, and to look at the many ways in which your life has transformed in the past year, the growth that's been had, and also to set about thinking about and visualizing the changes and the growth that you would like to see in the year ahead. Metatron. Invite Metatron in. Elise, when you're having ceremony, invite the spirit of the rabbit to be present with you. Creator gave us so many beautiful gifts in a human lifetime. So many beautiful gifts we've been given, as Hafiz says. And yet sometimes, and for some oftentimes, we forget to unopen those gifts, or even to be consciously aware of the gifts that Creator has given us, such as the gift of nature, the gift of the sun, the moon, the stars, the gift of the animal kingdom, the flora and the fauna, of one another, of our own selves. And so whatever teaching is on these cards, these are like flashcards, metaphysical flashcards, esoteric flashcards. They teach. They teach. Good morning, Virginia. Jocelyn. Jocelyn, this one is for you. It's the elk. Hey, Haka. Hey, Haka reminds us that every moment of our life is an opportunity to begin again. And Jocelyn, this is a sign to you that says you have turned the page. And I hear Bob Seger singing in my head, turn the page. What are you going to write on your blank pages? And I actually have this vision, this scene rolling around on my third eye of you literally taking out a piece of paper under this super full moon and letting your spirit, your soul, your higher self, the creator of all things, know what it is that you would like to bring to this brand new day, this brand new year, this brand new chapter, and invite the spirit of elk, hey Haka, to be present with you. Sometimes when I bring up the animal totems, you know, in the native tradition, when I'm talking to my family, we talk about animals, we talk about spirit totems, what the animals teach us. In some cultures, that is kind of a foreign concept, And so I created the cards to help people understand some of the messages that spirit brings to us from the animal, our four-legged friends, the furry ones, right? The feathered ones. Good morning, Virginia. Cindy St. Clair Wheeler down there at Soothe Your Soul in Oxford, Michigan. Hannah Cornell owns the place. Cindy runs the place, and it is a magnificent place to be. Beautiful women. Okay. Mary Zarowitz, last day of your holiday vacay. It's the Centaur from the Spirit of Mythology deck. Centaur says, healer, heal thyself. So, what does that mean? That means, hi, honey. My husband just brought me some wakalapi, some coffee. You're welcome, Jocelyn. Mary, today is a day for you. Do some things to heal yourself. In the year 2018, how about taking into consideration what Mary needs? Body, mind, spirit, and emotions. This is a card of healing. Yes. I am balanced in body, mind, spirit, and emotions. So maybe this says that today you're going to take a time out of your day or evening to create a ceremony for yourself, just to do that. Just to do that. Margaret, this one is for you. One of my favorites. It's the gargoyle from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. The gargoyle is the defender of light, who says victory is yours. The gargoyle also reminds us, Margaret, that sometimes the brightest lights are called in to the darkest places, not as a punishment, not as karma making its way around to hit you upside the head. No. Sometimes we are called into deep situations because our light is needed. Our light is needed. And the gargoyle also says if we are not willing to share our light, oftentimes the darkness remains. Sometimes we can see a situation and we think, do we? Don't we? Do I or don't I go there? Do I do this? Do I not do this? And so we have to just take a moment and sit with that. And sometimes we are called to bring our light to a situation. All right. Jacqueline Coster. Good morning, Paige. Good to see you in the house this morning. Jacqueline. This one is for you. It's the Wampus cat, which comes to us from native North America, down by the Carolinas. The Wampus cat. Your life is transforming in beautiful ways, says the Wampus cat. That's right. Life's most potent initiations into the higher wisdom teachings are often found in life experiences that can seem unspeakably harsh and utterly devoid of light. And yet, each experience is necessary to your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual growth. Congratulations, Jacqueline, on graduating to yet another level of higher understanding. The Wampus cat teaches us that the deeper we are able to go into the depths, the higher we are able to ascend. Some people would say the deeper the dark that you can traverse, the higher the light you are able to ascend to. So remember that. It's a great teaching. Jennifer Guinevere, this one is for you. Oh, okay. It's the card from the ancient Egyptian empowerment deck, the Halls of Amenti. It's time to reawaken, says the Halls of Amenti. You are being called to shed your old coat, to lay down the vestments that once served you. Each cloak that you have donned has served your journey well. However, you may have fallen asleep in the comfort of them. Reawaken to see your world and your life with new eyes. Honor what has been and rejoice, Jennifer, in what is to come. But that's pretty appropriate for you, isn't it, this year? Honor what has been and rejoice in what has come, what is to come. It's all about change and embracing the change. Good morning, Violet. It's good to see you in the house. Oh, I just love that everybody is here and others will be joining us. It's a busy time of the year. And I have to tell you, last week we set a record here on the Mystic's Heart for the number of messages that were shared. And I'm just going to share this over with the Mystic's Heart Merchants of Light here for just a moment. There we are. So if any of you would care to share, like and share the show, that would be fantastic. And also, if you would please keep the creator of the Mystic's Heart art in your prayers, that would be great. Our David Fix is in the hospital and with double pneumonia, bilateral pneumonia. So he's in a rough way, and he and Nicole are asking for prayers. Yeah. So that's just fantastic. If you would share a prayer, that would be wonderful. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, so let's share a fun message this morning. Oh, thank you for that, Rob. Prayer is so potent. Prayer is so powerful that it really is a wonderful thing that we are able to do for one another. A wonderful thing. Good morning, Bobby Love. Okay, Violet. That's right. The wheel has once again turned. Here we are. Happy New Year. Okay. Taking a look here in the chat room so that I don't miss anyone. Oh, Margaret, good. Excellent. All right, here we are. Bill Elliott. Here's a nice card for you. The Archangel Raphael. Your contemplative word is prayer. What is a contemplative word? A contemplative word is a word that we can focus on. When our thoughts get out of alignment, when our thoughts go willy-nilly, and we need to bring ourselves back to center. Contemplative word. This is one of those things that I learned from my good friend, Sister Irene Mary, who edits my work. She's one of the editors of my work. In fact, she helped me edit these cards, Sister Irene Mary. She's a Dominican sister. And contemplative means to stop and to pause and to think, to be with the power of a word, of a spoken word, of a word in thought. And Bill, the Archangel Raphael is one of the angels of prayer that reminds us that every thought that we think, every word that we speak is a beautiful prayer in expression, a walking prayer. Pray without ceasing. Every thought that we think, says Raphael, is a prayer. So pray without ceasing. What are your thoughts? What are you putting out there? This is a card that also says for you, Bill Elliott, thank you for making prayers on behalf of another. And thank you for being the answer to a prayer for someone in need. For someone in need. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you for being a prayer for somebody, the answer to a prayer for someone in need. Janice Francisco. All right. This is a great card, I think, for you today. It's the White Heart. The White Heart says, let the adventure begin. It's a wonderful reminder. Let the adventure begin. Sometimes we are standing so deep within the forest of our own thoughts and our own serious nature that we can't take a look around sometimes to see the trees within the forest. And so one of the teachings of the White Heart in mythology is this: let the adventure begin. Play, have fun, don't be so serious, says the White Heart. I love that teaching that comes to us from our friends in the United Kingdom, from the UK. Happy New Year, Julia. So let the adventure begin. Play. Life is a grand adventure that your soul has chosen to experience with endless joy and wonder. Isn't that wonderful? It is. Life is such a gift. Good morning, Jana. You just got back from ancient Egypt, I do believe. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, Jeanette. Let's have something fun for you this morning. And it flew right onto the floor, so hold on just a moment, Jeanette. Here I go. Okay, it's the teaching of Wombly Oyate, Jeanette. The Eagle Nation. The Eagle Nation. beautiful beings, beautiful creatures created by Creator. Wombly says, see things from a higher perspective. Wombly says, Jeanette, thank you for seeing things from a higher perspective. In the Lakota tradition, my elders have taught me that the eagle of all of the animals flies closest to Creator, right? They soar so high in the sky. Wombly is a sacred creature that teaches us that it's good to spend time speaking to the Creator, being with the Creator, listening to the voice of the Creator, of seeing the Creator in all things. Wombly. Wombly also tells us that sometimes when we see things from the higher perspective, other people don't understand, and that's okay. Sometimes we can feel lonely like an eagle. Happy New Year, Lady Hawk. We can feel lonely like the eagle or feel alone in our flight, and that's okay. Know, Jeanette, that the Eagle Nation is saying to you, thank you for your prayers. Know that your life is a prayer in expression. And also, Eagle calls us to sit in the silence and get close to the Creator. Get close to Creator. Nick, this one is for you, Nick. It's the fire dragon, the teaching of the fire dragon from the United Kingdom. The fire dragon says, welcome to the mystery school. Welcome to the mystery school. Oh. Life is an amazing mystery. It's an incredible mystery. And there are things that happen during the course of our lives that make us take a deeper look at the mystery of life. Sometimes we say, I don't know why that happened. I hope one day that I will. Hindsight is 20/20. Or we might say, I know everything happens for a reason, but I don't know what it is right now, but it will be revealed in due time. This card is saying, welcome to the mystery school. In other words, what is the wisdom that you have gained in the past year? Kind of like with Angie. And it is a reminder that everything in our life does happen for a reason. Nothing is random, I don't believe. And the fire dragon teaching says, keep your eyes open and understand that everything is in divine timing. It's a reminder, divine timing. That is one of the mysteries. And a divine mystery that everything does happen for a reason, which really tests a lot of people. What do you mean my life isn't already dictated for myself? Okay, Bobby Love. This one is for you, Bobby. It's the angel Yehudia. One of the things when I was writing the book and creating these cards to go with the book, Sister Irene Mary said to me, I went all of those years to college, to university, and we weren't taught about all of the angels. So it's been fun to really delve in with you to find out the further teachings about the other angels. This angel Yehudia is a great card for you, Bobby. I'm just going to read it to you. Yehudia is associated with the Great Pyramid at Giza. The angel Yehudia is here to help you celebrate your life, Bobby. This splendid angel of light wishes you to know how very much your life positively impacts others. Your service to the light is recognized and honored by your angelic guides and by the one who loves you most of all. You make a glorious and joyful difference in the world, and you are loved. My purpose for being, which is love. I believe that is our purpose for being, is to love. It's not to judge. It's not to criticize. It's not to, the old saying for my friend Darlene, don't be who you're not and don't say what you don't know. Right? And just be kind. Be kind. That is the greatest teaching, I think. Love one another. Not anything else. Love one another. When I was first ordained as a minister in 2008 as a Coptic minister, a very young boy came up to me and he asked me the question. You're welcome, Bobby. Shine on. He asked me, he said, Reverend Denise, who is God? What is God? And I looked at him and I said, well, to me, God is love. God is love. His name was Logan. And he looked at me and he said, that's what I thought. I thought that's what it was. And I said, for me, God has always been love and light and the light of love. And he looked at me and he clapped his hands and he said, me too, that's what I think. And off he ran, just giggling to himself. And he went over to his parents and said, she agrees with me. God is love. God is light. God is the light of love. However it was that he termed it. I was not raised with a vengeful God. I was raised in a very military household, a very Catholic and military household, but I was not raised in a household where God is anything other than love. And we are expressions of that love. And how do we utilize that while we're here? Really, that's really the whole thing. How are we going to utilize that? Judging one another, criticizing one another, hurting one another, or just being good people, right, to the best of our ability. Julia, the Archangel Raziel. This is one of my favorites, Julia. This is one of those cards that says, thank you for helping other people, that with every storm comes a rainbow, with every sunset, a sunrise, and with every ending, a new beginning. Every ending, a new beginning. In other words, Julia, thank you for being one of those people that helps to uplift others. There are some people, honestly, that I think have made it a life's mission to be critical of others, to maybe not educate themselves about others and others' ways. And then there are people like you, Julia, who help lift people up. You're welcome, Jeanette. Shine on. Lift people up. As a young girl growing up in a military household, we moved a lot. And my father always used to say, if you don't understand something about another person's path, when you're in a military family, you live around people who are Buddhist, who are Hindu. We were Catholic, so some of our neighbors were Baptist, some were Methodist. The pantheon is just huge when you're in a military family. And one of the cardinal sins, if you will, in our Catholic household was to criticize another person's spiritual pathway or religious pathway. That would get us into trouble. My mother and my father always taught us, if you do not understand another person's path, rather than criticize, demoralize, judge, ask questions. Ask questions. Become educated. My father always used to say there are enough ignorant people in the world. Don't become another one of them. Educate yourself. And those of us that take the time to educate ourselves become the people that help others understand. We become the bridge. We become a bridge of love. Rafael is thanking you for being that, Julia, for taking a look outside of the box, outside of the confines, and helping people find the sunrise in their sunset, the rainbow in their storm, the beginning in their ending. And that comes with education, becoming a world citizen, not the citizen inside our own little box. So bravo and congratulations to you. That's brilliant. All right. Hey, Lady Hawk. Cindy Lynn, good morning. Hey, Sonia. Steve Horncall, good morning, Steve. It's good to see you in the house as well. I love being in this group. If only more religious would be that way. Yeah, and it depends, there again, sometimes people are absolutely blown away by the fact that I do a lot of work with Catholic nuns and priests. But it's all about educating ourselves about the mystical tradition within any tradition, whether it's religious or spiritual. Educate yourself. For the love of heavens, educate yourself. And some religious people take the time to educate themselves and others don't. They judge and criticize rather than, I could do a whole show on that, couldn't I, right? Channeling my dad, the Sarge. And my parents, right, are a couple that never missed a Sunday mass or a holy day of obligation or any of that, but understood that there's value in all things. Right. So maybe I'll do a show on that sometime. I'll get on my pulpit. All right, here we go. Marilyn Lewis, good morning. All right, so let me back the bus up here for just a little minute. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you in the house. Nellie, this one is for you, Nellie. So in Greek mythology, there is a teaching of the hippocamp. The hippocamp is part of mythology. The hippocamp says, ride with the tide, go with the flow. This is not the time to upset the apple cart. Bobby, that's a cup of coffee. That's right. That's a cup of Java. This was a gift from my friend Nicky Jorgensen. It's a cosmic coffee mug. It's awesome. My wakalapi is nice and hot this morning. So going back to all of that, Nellie, don't rock the boat. Go with the flow. Don't turn over the apple cart. Right? That's the message, the learning that goes with the hippocamp. The wisdom of my soul safely guides me to and through each experience of my life. Sometimes we have to sit down, maybe with a little cup of coffee, maybe light a candle, and have a little chit chat with our soul. Have a little chit chat with our soul, not our brain, with our soul. So no rocking the boat, my friend. Violet. Violet, this one is for you. Oh, it's the Earth Dragon coming to us from the United Kingdom, the legend of the Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon reminds us that sometimes we have to stop and let go of whatever it is that may be weighing us down. What is weighing us down? For me, when I feel as though I am being weighted down, I take myself out into nature. That's where I like to go, is out with Mother Nature. And I just sit and I release and thank you, I'm going to let go of. So as you enter into this new year, Violet, perhaps this reminder is coming up for you to just go out and let go of whatever is weighing you down. Give it up, give it over, as they say, give it over, hand it over. We don't have to keep carrying around things from our past, like the ghost of Christmas past, right? In the Dickens classic, we don't have to be Jacob Marley. We can let go of the chains that bind us. And it's okay to let go of the chains that bind us. Rob, out of ancient Egypt. This is a wonderful teaching from the Scarab, which I'm sure that you are familiar with, the Scarab. It's very Rosicrucian in its teaching, as well as ancient Egyptian teaching. And the Scarab says it's time to celebrate. Time to celebrate your life. I celebrate my life. This is a card that says at the end of the day, at the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, take the time to celebrate where you've been, what you've learned, what you've experienced, says the Scarab. Morning, noon, night. Morning, noon, night. Night always heralds the beginning of a new day. The Scarab reminds us to celebrate where we've been. And to take what it is that we wish to take with us into the future, take that with us. Whatever it is that belongs in the past, leave it in the past. And even those things that you're leaving in the past, celebrate what they've taught you. Celebrate what they've taught you. All right. Virginia. It's the teaching of the crow, grandmother crow. Look at how brave she is, going toward the light. Grandmother crow. Grandmother crow represents the courage that we sometimes have to muster up in our life on behalf of ourselves and sometimes on behalf of another. This card is saying, Virginia, thank you for having the courage to retrieve the light, to be the light. Thank you, because sometimes when we retrieve the light, when we go looking for the light in a situation, the redeeming factor in somebody, the list goes on and on. Sometimes our beautiful white feathers can all of a sudden be burned, be charred. Right? These are the fires of life that we go through. This is a beautiful teaching, and it's a beautiful thank you for being a way shower, for being a teacher, for having the courage, Virginia, to sometimes boldly go where others will not go. Some people do tread where angels fear to tread. So that's a thank you card and a reminder of your bravery and your courage on behalf of the light. Behalf of the light. Nicky. Nicky. Oh, the Archangel Raphael. I love this card. Raphael reminds us that we and the Creator are one. You're welcome, Virginia. You're welcome. Sometimes, when we've been the crow long enough, we can become a little jaded at times, sometimes a little impatient with others. I know I can. And part of that is my quadruple Scorpio nature. But the crow teaching says to us, you've earned that crusty exterior or at times, or the impatience at times, but be gentle as well. So if there are times when you're impatient with others, like, why don't you get this? Why don't you get out of your small mind and into your God mind, right? Anyway, Nicky. Raphael teaches us God and I are one, that we are all beings born of the light. Also reminds us that each and every one of us is born from love. Everybody. We are born out of love. We walk in the company of love, and we return to love. And in the course of a human lifetime, sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves and our imperfections, or what we perceive to be imperfection. Raphael says, remember, you were born out of love. You walk in divine grace. We all do. Every living thing does. Whether we choose to see it or not, or act upon it or not, is entirely up to us. And eventually, at the end of this human lifetime, we return to love. We return to that state of grace. And in between, life happens. Raphael says, love your perfect imperfection. Love yourself. Some people get a little bent about that thought that we should love ourselves and be good to ourselves. Cindy Lynn is saying, yep, right on. Life happens. It happens to everybody. Some people try to hide behind things when life happens. Some people will hide behind religion. Some people will hide behind an addiction when things happen, rather than just say, oh my God, look what happened. I'm human. It happened. I'm going to love myself anyway. I'm going to love my perfect imperfection. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Susan. Yeah, we had fun. Snow tubing. Oh my goodness. A bunch of adults, our inner children came out that day. Okay, Jana. This one is for you, Jana. Oh, you'll like this. It's the Archangel Raziel, associated with the flower of life. That beautiful pattern out of Egypt, the flower of life. With your back to the shadow and your face to the sun, Jana, the Archangel Raziel says, plant the seeds and allow Creator to help you nourish and harvest. Back to the shadow, face to the sun. What do you wish to plant anew in your mind, in your thoughts, in your words, in your life? We're always co-creating. We are always co-creating every moment of our lives. I'm going to take a look here in the chat room very quickly so I know what's going on. All right, Sonia, this one is for you. It's the paint horse. Yep, spent time with my paint horses this weekend. We always bring in the new year by spending time with our horses. It's the paint horse. My spirit is free to live the life that I dream. How many of us spend far too long living the life that other people feel we should live, according to their rules, their regulations, their insecurities, their power struggles and ego imbalance, opinions? The horse nation, Tshonke Oyate, says, you're free to live the life that you dream. You don't have to live the life that others have dreamt for you or would like to keep you within the confines of. Yes. You are free to live the life that you dream, Sonia. Remember that. What do you dream into existence in this year 2018? Life is but a dream. We're always dreaming. For some people, they keep recreating a nightmare. And we can break that pattern. And by calling on the horse nation. One of my dear friends, his psychologist suggested that perhaps he should begin spending time with horses. And he's like, hey, can I come out and spend time with your horses? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we're always out there. Hey, good morning, Mimi. But you know about horses, Sonia. You've had them. You're an equestrian yourself. So maybe you need to hop back on a horse or think about what the horse would teach you about freedom. Just saying. Yes, on top of every other amazing thing. Yes, absolutely, Holly. Break the patterns of destruction. On top of everything else that Sonia is amazing at, she's also an equestrian. Her love of animals and vice versa, extraordinary. She's an extraordinary woman. Okay, Cindy Lynn. Cindy Lynn. The Kokopelli. The teaching that comes from native North America. This is a fertile time in your life, Cindy Lynn. It's fertile. We as Scorpios, all of us, whatever our sign is, we are under a super full moon. Everything in the creation of creations is alive. Right now, Grandmother Moon, Mother Moon is very much alive. This is a fertile time for you right now, Cindy Lynn. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Prayer, contemplation, journey. It's a reminder, utilize what you know right here in your heart. Got this beautiful full moon. This weekend, I poured Inipi Sweat Lodge because I also like to do that at the beginning of a year, the end of a year, is to pour Sweat Lodge, the Inipi, the purification ceremony, and bless all that has been, Bless what is, and bless where I will now be walking going forward. Bless everything. Bless everyone. Send them love, in other words. All right. Steve, this one is for you. It is the Archangel Saint Raphael. Raphael says, Steve, you have got amazing gifts. You've got amazing talents that the Creator created you with, that you've come here to the earth plane to shine. And Raphael says to you, Steve, no more hiding under a bushel basket, under a rock, behind a tree. This is a reminder, Steve, for you to come out and shine. Come out and shine your light. I am alive. I am awake. I am that I am. An ancient Egyptian teaching. It's time for you to shine your gifts and your talents. The world is waiting, and the world needs your gifts, your talents, and your light, Steve. Just does. We all need your light, your gifts, and your talents. Okay. Where are we? Tana. Beautiful Tana. Tana. Oh, and by the way, everybody, I know I forget to say this sometimes, but Tuesday mornings with the Mystic's Heart is all about community. So if you would do me the favor, please, and if you've got something going on, please include that in the chat room. Let everybody know your website. Let everybody know if you've got a class coming up or something going on. Please do share. At the 11 o'clock hour here on Star Nations Radio Network, we have Polly Jo LeBay. And if you go to the chakra sessions with Polly Jo LeBay beginning at 11, you can watch her do her show, which is always magnificent. We have an incredible team of show hosts. And so we share that. We should be helping one another. We should be sharing what our friends are doing, celebrating with our friends, celebrating with colleagues. That's what we're called to do, I believe. So share, please share. Tana. It is Azrael, the mystic. The mystic. I am a wise and mighty spiritual being. I listen to the voice of my soul. We can forget to do that. We can forget to just sit and be because we can get so busy in our mind. Some people absolutely don't do a thing all day long, and yet their mind is so busy, they're exhausted by the end of the day. Ever know anybody like that? Their mind exhausts them. Azrael says, Tana, you're a busy woman. You are a busy woman. You're always on the go. But there are many forms of busyness that we can experience. Azrael is saying, under the potency of this brilliant and beautiful, spectacular full moon, please take time to sit and be with your soul. Nourish your soul. Oh, I learned an interesting fact this morning. I went to see my chiropractor kinesiologist, Dr. John Russner. He's an amazing man. And he said, so what do you think of this supermoon? And I said, well, it's a great moon to meditate with, to journey with, to contemplate with, pray with. And he said, and did you know that parasites hatch under a full moon, or in particular, a supermoon? That's right, Tana, you need to slow down and take care of you. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. So there you go. And so as below, or as above, so below, as without, so within, supermoons, full moons hatch parasites. Isn't that interesting if you extrapolate that esoterically speaking, right? Oh my, what happens under a full moon? All sorts of parasites can glom on and grow and hatch. Interesting. Okay. Rochelle is saying, I'm walking out on faith right now. Lost a second job in a couple of months, moving into a house with my kids and family, and I am just moving out of my faith. I'm going to try to scroll this down very gently and up very gently. With nothing and 2 kids, I need prayer and peace with this. I'm trying to not be afraid. That's not easy to do. I was a single mother for many, 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 many years. And there are times when, any single parent, whether you're a man or a woman, whenever you've had to parent as a single parent, there are times that are so scary that all you have is faith. It's all you have is faith. Thank you for getting me through the next day. Thank you for. I am grateful for. So yes, Rochelle, we are surrounding you in prayers and love and light as you move into the next. Keep the faith. That's all I can say to you. Keep the faith. I know what that's like. Been there. And I've been through a lot of situations in my life. We all have. But when it comes to our babies, when it comes to our children, and being there for them, providing for them, and just providing a mother that's balanced for them, oy vey, right? So from this once single mother to you, keep the faith, because sometimes as single moms, that's all we've got is faith and belief. Keep the faith. Mimi, have you got any saging classes coming up? If you do, would you write it in the chat, please? Mimi is a woman who leads saging. Russia, oy vey. Yeah, there are times you don't even know how you're going to make it to the next week, right? Yeah, I know what that's like. Keep the faith. I'm keeping it with you. Keeping it with you. Mimi, IML, the angel. It's all about change. It's all about taking the leap of faith. IML says, take the leap of faith because the net of love appears, and it will appear for you. Take the leap of faith. I embrace change knowing that my life is divinely guided. Yes, Mimi is saying yes, in April in Kalamazoo. So Mimi, could you please write in the chat room where people can find out more about the saging class, SAGING, it's about saging, wise woman, please? That would be great. So IML, it's all about change and going with the flow of change, Mimi. Know the net of love is there. About becoming saged women, wise women. It's a wonderful protocol and also a tool to learn. All right, Susan, this one is for you. Susan, Chamuel, the angel of love. Chamuel not only says, I am a living expression of the light of love, I welcome more love into my life. This is a reminder for you, Susan, that you are love and expression on the earth plane. And also, Chamuel helps us when we need more love in a situation, in a circumstance, in our life. And Chamuel also helps us to jettison the baggage of outdated love, unhealthy love, unloving love. Chamuel, welcome more love into your life. And it is a reminder and a thank you for being the light of love for other people that are in your life. Sometimes you are the shining love light in people's lives where there is no other love light. And it's a great big thank you for that. Let me take a look here in the chat room so I know what I'm doing, kind of, sort of. Barbara's saying, I heard God's audible voice once in my car. He said, lay down your cards and trust me. We should always trust. We should always trust. Absolutely. Sometimes it's the old adage, let go of the steering wheel and let God drive the bus. You know it. All right. Holly. You're welcome, Susan. You're welcome. Shine on. Chamuel, you walk with Chamuel. Spend some time in contemplation with Chamuel. Some time in prayer. Ask for a sign. Chamuel, give me a sign that you're really with me, that Denise hasn't lost her marbles. Give me a sign that you're here. You'll know, you'll feel it when you get the sign. We always do. All right. Holly. This one is for you, Holly. It is the Greek teaching of the Hippogriff. Isn't that lovely? The Hippogriff says to all of us, do not let your dreams die. Don't let your dreams die. Whatever dreams you may have put on the shelf, whatever dreams you thought, well, I can never attain that, the Hippogriff says who? Do not allow your dreams to die. So, if you dreamt of painting, taking a dance class, taking Pilates, getting back on your spiritual path, whatever that is for you, the Hippogriff is saying, yeah, do that thing. Do not allow your dreams to die. Sometimes we outgrow dreams and we try to resurrect dreams that really kind of went out the window years ago. Here's a for instance. When I was graduating from high school, I was accepted into the Air Force Academy, the United States Air Force Academy. I was so excited because I wanted to fly F-14 fighter jets. The physical aspect of even getting in, all the running and the blah, oh goodness, and having a congressman and all of those kinds of sorts of things. I was accepted into the United States Air Force Academy. I have many cousins who graduated from the United States Air Force Academy. Only I received the letter that said, you're too short. You don't meet the height requirement, Denise, for flying planes. You must be at least 5'4". I'm not anywhere near that. And so I had to let that dream go and pursue my dream of working at a newspaper because I always wanted to write. I love to write, and there I was. I began my career at the newspaper at the age of 17. To think about resurrecting the dream of going to the Air Force Academy right now and flying, well, they'd be oldie moldy F-14s at this point, is ridiculous. So our dreams can wane, they can wax, they can go away because they really weren't meant for us in this lifetime. Whatever is on your heart to bring to life, Holly, now is the time. Do not. Writing is her dream. Brilliant. Write. Write. And write again. Do that. And don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough, that what you have written is not valid. It's not good enough. That's one of the things I love about independent publishing anymore, is the fact that we don't have publishers saying, well, that's not good enough. I'm not publishing that. That's just not good enough. They may say that, but the alternative to that is that people can publish their own books now. And look at how many independent books were written by authors that were told by some highfalutin, egotistical publisher, well, what you've written isn't good enough for my publication. It's not nearly good enough for my company. And they're bestsellers, and people's lives have been changed by that. Writing. Go for it. There you go. I'm your cheerleader now. Go for it, Holly. Do that. Patty. Beautiful Patty. Patty, this one is for you. Yeah. I've been publishing books since 2004 at the Temple Within. From aging to saging. Yes, change is the theme for this year with Mimi. Those of you here in West Michigan, well, you can fly in too and stay in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Mimi is an extraordinary woman and for years ran charitable organizations. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Holly. Yeah, you know what? I began publishing my books in the year 2004 simply because I didn't want anybody else having a say in what I was publishing. I don't want anyone else having the rights to anything that I do, I guess is the bottom line. And this coming year, I've been asked by Carl Franklin, who we all know and love, to publish one of his books through the Temple Within Publishing. I have his manuscript here in the room. And I believe everybody has a story. And I believe everybody's story is needed by somebody who needs to hear that story or read that story. So when Carl said to me, would you mind publishing you and David Fix? Because the three of us have been friends forever, it seems. And I approached David Fix and I said, David, how do you feel about doing this? And he said, I feel honored that somebody would, offer and ask that. So bottom line, Holly, do that. Okay, so here we go. Back to Patty. Patty. Okay. The Archangel Kamael. The Kamael says, I am supported by the universe. We are supported by the universe, particularly when we are in alignment with our soul and our spirit. Patty, be confident in who you are and in your ability to decide the course of your own life. You did not come to the earth plane to experience any form of servitude to the vision of life that others may have for you. The Archangel Kamael comes to help you remember that the goals and dreams that you've set for yourself are enthusiastically supported by the universe. They believe in you and the beauty of your dreams. The onus of this card for you, Patty, is this. Go for it. Be confident in who you are. Out of the confines of self-doubt, you go, right? You and Holly are on the same trajectory here. Marilyn, the water dragon teaching from our friends in the United Kingdom. The water dragon reminds us that there are times when our sixth sense is heightened. And that's the message of this card for you, Marilyn. Your sixth sense is heightened at this time. Nurture that. Pay attention to that. Your sixth sense is heightened at this time. So if I were you, I would have a beautiful ceremony for yourself this evening and allow Creator and your guides and angels to speak to you. Yeah. Good morning, Marcia. No, it's not too late. No, see, this is what I love about Tuesday mornings. Oh, Holly is saying, oh, her given name is Patricia. Oh, look at that. So you've tag teamed for one another. Isn't that marvelous? Patty is saying, wow, I'm in the process of selling all and getting an RV to solo with my pups. Yes. Yes, Patty. Yes, yes, yes. Love that. I love that. You're welcome, Marilyn. Pay attention and trust. And trust. Okay, Rochelle, our beautiful Rochelle. All right. The white buffalo. Tesawiam. Tesawiam, the white buffalo. The white buffalo woman, also known as the Divine Mother in some corridors, is reminding you to walk in balance. And I think this morning is a beautiful segue to that, because one of the things that Tesawiam teaches us is this: it's good to receive and to give in equal measure. Rochelle, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It is okay to receive help. When we are givers, and you're all givers, every one of you that's listening, watching, is a giver. Tesawi says, but remember to receive. it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to accept it. So if I were you, I would do a little contemplative time with the beautiful white buffalo calf woman this evening, this afternoon, whenever you have time. That's what I would do. Lady Hawk, Chetawi. Hey, Gail. Good morning, Gail. It's good to have you with us this morning. Chetawiya, Lady Hawk. It's the Thrae. This is a Greek teaching from mythology, the Thrae, third eye, sixth sense. The Thrae teach us to pay attention to our intuition. Lady Hawk, you're being told pay attention to your intuition. I trust my inner vision and my sense of knowing, which includes precognition. Some people say premonitions. How many of you have premonitions? Back in the olden days of outdated belief systems in the times medieval, some people were told that having precognition and premonitions was evil. Precognition and premonition is a gift from the Creator. It's part of the charismata, a sense of knowing. Some people watch too many B-rated movies. And mysticism, you know, there are both sides of the coin to mysticism, those that manipulate with it and those that make the world a lighter, brighter place with the deeper understandings. But the sense of knowing, of premonition, precognition, that's a gift. Gift of third sight, the gift of discerning of spirits, the gift of hearing spirits, the gift of love. Do you know that being able to love others is actually a gift of the charismata? It is a charism to be somebody who loves other people. Some people only love themselves in a lifetime. There are people who have such capacity to love others, all living things, and it is known and recognized as a charism, a gift of the spirit. Yes, isn't that marvelous? So I'm being asked to do something here, so I will do that. Where can you find these cards? Somebody just sidebarred me. DeniseIwana.com, everybody, is where you can find all of that. So Lady Hawk, pay attention. Pay attention to what you know is true. Pay attention to what you know is real. And, you know, don't let the Debbie Downers and the naysayers get in your head. Just don't. And don't let ignorant people get in your head either, everybody. Continue to educate yourself. Years ago, when I was visiting with Sonia Choquette in her home in Chicago, and I had never been introduced to the tarot before Sonia Choquette. I was sitting in her living room with her, and then in her reading room with her. And she talked to me about the tarot, and I didn't know anything about it, but I remembered what my father had said to me. Don't be ignorant. You know, because tarot had always been something that you saw in a Bela Lugosi movie, right? The Wolf Man and the gypsies and then I educated myself to the origins of it. And I was like, really? Wow, that's pretty cool when you learn. These are not tarot cards. But my dear friend Julie Hedges is an amazing tarot master. Maybe you have her book, The Tarot Journey. Anyone who practices with tarot or teaches tarot, I think I gave away my last copy because I give it away to people that I know need it. I have to order another one, The Tarot Journey. Educate yourself. If you don't understand the tarot, for heaven's sakes, look up the history of it, and not just Wikipedia. Really take a look. Take a look. All right. Go. This one is for you. Okay. The Archangel Azrael. Isn't this a beautiful card, Azrael? It's on the cover of the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. Azrael tells us that every step along our journey makes us who we are. Every step, every misstep, every initiation, Every fire we walk through, every joy, every ecstatic moment makes us who we are. Isn't that marvelous? Azrael then says, it's time for you to share your story. It's time for you, Ago, to share your story. Just as I was talking to Holly. So many people think, well, who am I? What, my story is nothing that great. Yes, it is. Your story is magnificent. Some people will never share their story because some people stay very close, keep everything very close to the vest, as they say. Other people think, should I share my story? Should I let others in on some of the experiences that I've had? To that, I say yes. We learn so much, I believe, from listening to another person's story. Because oftentimes there's a nugget of gold in another person's story that says to us, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one. There is hope for me. Yes, you find truth deep inside. Absolutely. That is where truth is. It's deep inside of us. It's all around us as well in nature. The truth of the beauty of all of creation, we can see it. But that same beauty of creation is within us. It's within us. And so this is just a friendly reminder that your story, your life story, is amazing. And it's good when you share it. Others learn, others receive hope and inspiration. Julie Hedges. My dear friend, Julie Hedges. Oh, okay. It's the teaching of the Yeti. Oh, I love the Yeti. I love Bigfoot. Love the Yeti. The Yeti comes to us from Tibet, the legend of the Yeti. And the Yeti says to us, it is lonely at the top. That's exactly right, Ago. No walls, just there it is. Absolutely. Right on. The Yeti, it's lonely at the top. In our humanness, we often seek companionship along the journey that our soul has embarked upon while we are here on earth. Yep. However, our search for inner wisdom and self-realization often leads us along many a winding, twisting, turning path that we must navigate alone. Julie, it is essential to honor that everyone realizes his or her soul potential at varying levels of achievement. While many are capable of making it beyond base camp, very few make it to the summit. Keep moving forward, Julie, knowing that spirit walks with you. Your daily mantra, I am never, ever alone. Spirit is with me always and in all ways. Hi-yay to that one. Okay, Lisa McCarthy. This one is for you, Lisa. It's the White Eagle. This teaching actually comes out of Atlantis, the White Eagle. I've been to the White Eagle Lodge in London, England, which is extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. The White Eagle. The White Eagle says to you, Lisa, ancient teachings are being revealed to you at this time. This is a time of spiritual growth for you. The messages and the teachings that come to us don't often arrive on a golden platter with a holy book presented in front of us made of emerald and rubies and all of that. Sometimes the most precious wisdom teachings come to us during the course of our life. The high highs, the low lows, and that plateau in between can bring us some of the most amazing wisdom teachings. The trick is to be awake to them, to be awake to them and aware. So this is a time of personal growth for you. And realize that the teachers and the teachings are coming to you right now, Lisa, in a variety of ways. In a variety of ways. That's right. I agree with that. The heart is infinitely wise. The brain is infinitely wily. The heart is so wise. There are brain cells in our heart, by the way. Marcia, this one is for you. All righty. Marcia. And again, everyone, please do share in the chat room what you got going on, because that's important that we share. It's not about being exclusive. It's about being inclusive. Marcia, the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros teaching comes to us from Egypt. The self-eating snake, right? Hopefully we're always eating, recycling. It's the sacred wheel, the sacred hoop. Always regenerating, becoming new. I love that. I love that. Marcia, the Ouroboros card says this: the cycle is complete. It's a card of congratulations that says the cycle is complete. A new beginning is at hand. Turn the page. New beginning is at hand. You've completed the cycle. If there's anything dangling out there that you need to tidy up, and only you know what I'm talking about, time to tidy up any loose ends. The cycle is complete. And what's next is next. What's next is next. The cycle is complete. Okay. And there is Kelly Spencer. For those of you that love Kelly Spencer, come up here. You can't just do that and not come on the show. Here she's coming up with her Viking call, everybody. Here she is. Come on, Kel.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Valerie. Oh, there is a White Eagle Lodge in Texas. Yes, there is. I forgot about that. Hey, everybody, look who's in the house. Woo, woo. It's Cooking with Kelly. Alora's Way, Kelly, the head chef and bottle washer at Star Nations Academy. Bobby Love, know that we're with you under this super full moon. You get to painting, my friend. Yeah, it's awesome. And anyone, please let me know if you would still like a card. And I'm going to have Kelly draw the next card for Valerie. Hey, Val. It's good to see you, Val. All right, and I'm going to have Kelly over here, the Norwegian goddess, choose a card for Valerie. Parenta. Oh, very nice, Valerie. Rob is saying, I have a sudden urge to take a Ricola. You should have heard her on the snow hills, coming down the hills. Okay, Valerie, it is the mermaid.
Have a happy day.
It's the mermaid. Honor your feminine nature, Valerie. Honor your feminine nature. This is a reminder. It's a reminder that says passion, intuition, sexuality, and the wisdom of Aquarius are all contained within you and are bidding you to set them free to explore and express through you in healthy ways. Isn't that wonderful? Your inner goddess is calling to you, Valerie. The divine feminine within. She's saying, oh my, thank you. You are welcome. Oh, goodness. Happy New Year, Janice. Cindy St. Clair Wheeler. All right. This one is for you, Cindy. Beautiful Cindy. If you go to Soothe Your Soul, then you've probably met Cindy. She's that beautiful smile that greets you when you walk in. It's the teaching of the Wolverine. Teaching of the Wolverine. Here in this house, my husband is a graduate of the University of Michigan and the Michigan State University. But here we celebrate the Wolverine because I'm a Wolverine fan as well. So we're a Wolverine household here in Michigan. For you, what this is saying, Cindy, and I think that you're a Spartan fan, are you not? Yeah, I think you are. But anyway, Wolverine. The Wolverine says, I walk the path of a peaceful warrior. This is a card of boundaries. A card of boundaries. Setting good boundaries, just like the Wolverine does here in Michigan in 2018. It's a reminder to make sure that we have good boundaries going forward. And it also thanks you for being a peaceful warrior. Yes, she's an MSU grad. Yep, so is Todd. He graduated with degrees from MSU and U of M. And we're U of Msters here. But go Spartans, go Sparty. So good, healthy boundaries in 2018. Very important for you. And thank you for being a peaceful warrior. Rochelle is saying, go green. Yeah. So peaceful warrior. In other words, you know when to pick your battles. You know when to engage, when to retreat. Sometimes we have to look at the way in which we engage, right? People want to draw us into conflict. Do we do that, or are we peaceful warriors? Do we have good boundaries? Susan Wilbur saying, go Spartans. Yeah, we got a lot of green fans here in the chat room. That's great. Love that. Okay, Paige. Paige. This one is for you. Okay, well, okay, here we are. Hi, Amelia. All right, so it is the merman for you, Paige. Absolutely, Nellie, for my friend Tracy. The merman says, I honor the divine masculine within. The merman. Honor your masculine nature, Paige. Passion, strength, intellect, and the wisdom of Aquarius are all contained within you and are bidding you to set them free to explore and express through you in healthy, balanced ways. Your inner masculine is calling you to impart your passion, your strength, and intellectual nature through exercise and movement, education and deeper study, drafting and building, rattling and drumming, writing and expressing with bravery and boldness. So you and Val, right, talking this morning about Aquarius, which is a balance of male and female. Isn't that true? All right, let me have a little look, see what's going on here. Very important. I'm never quite sure about this whole, the way the screen rolls. I'm getting used to it, though. Tracy Civic. Oh, Tracy. It's the Raven. It's the Raven. I am the depths to which light may be found in the deepest of darkness, and the understanding that only light and love pierce the veil of ignorance and servitude to fear. As one who reveals the Creator's love in all things, I help you discover the light within each of the experiences of your life, even those that seem unspeakably harsh. This is also a card that acknowledges not only are you willing to go to the deepest of depths within your own soul and psyche, you are a person who has the grit, the light, and the wisdom to go into the depths with others and on behalf of others. The Raven teaching. The deeper the dark that you can go, the greater the light to which you can flow. The Raven is with you. Judy. Judy. It's the teaching of the salmon. Paige. Well, that's awesome. Oh, thank you for that, Nellie. Yes, the raven teaching is into play right now. Deep, dark, ascending into light. Judy, it's the teaching of the salmon. Salmon says, sometimes we got to let go of the white knuckle ride. Sometimes we have got to let go of the steering wheel that we think we have control of and go with the flow. Stop butting our head against the wall and allow. So rather than swim upstream like the salmon does, the salmon says sometimes you got to give yourself a break and just go with the flow. Just allow. Just allow. No more batting your head up against a wall. Let go of the white knuckle grip on the steering wheel and allow the flow of life to happen. Sometimes that means we have to give up and let joy come into our life. Sometimes we feel that we cannot have joy. We can never have joy. Joy is not meant for us. Love is not meant for us. Abundance is not meant for us. And we build up a wall and we continue to knock our head against that wall. The salmon says, but it doesn't have to be that way. Let that wall go down and allow joy, allow love, allow light, allow abundance. Stop butting your head against the wall of shoulda, coulda, woulda, can't. And allow. So if there are any walls that have been built, any battering ramps to yourself, Salmon says, those are useless. Let's do something useful and allow the flow of good life, nurturing life to come. Haye, as they say. In the Lakota tradition, women do not say aho. They say haye. Men say aho, but not the women. Amelia. It is the Sasquatch, the teaching of the Sasquatch, which is, of course, Native North American. Let me get this down so you can see it better. Sasquatch. The Sasquatch card says, walk gently. Be gentle with yourself at this time. If you are being unduly harsh to yourself, if you are speaking harshly to yourself, if you're giving yourself grief, you're not forgiving yourself for things, you're just being hard on yourself. The Sasquatch says, walk gently. Walk gently. Walk gently through your own mind. Walk gently through your own heart and only allow others in your life who are going to walk gently through your heart. Walk gently through your mind. That's having good boundaries. So be gentle with yourself and only allow loving people, thoughts, situations into your life. Gentle. Gentleness is called for at this time. Cheryl, absolutely. Mary. Cheryl. You sure can, Cheryl. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hey, Amy, Christiniak. Boy, we were the best 5th grade room mothers together in the whole universe. I'm just saying, we were fun. We were the fun moms, weren't we? Amy and I, both of our kids were in school together, Frank and Dane. And one day, the amusement park day, they needed room moms. Amy and I volunteered. We had more, I think you and I, Amy, had more fun than the kids had. Honestly. And we have been known since 5th grade as the fun moms, the cool moms, because frankly, we were and we are. We were and we are. Good morning, Katrina. All right, where am I? All right, so Kathy, this one is for you. Boy, we've got a lot of boundary reminders coming up. It's the teaching of the Lamassu. The Lamassu is part of Mesopotamian mythology. The Lamassu. The Lamassu is the gatekeeper, known as the gatekeeper. Healthy boundaries are essential at this time, Kathy Conklin. Each day, invite your angels, of course, your guides and spirits, your higher self, but invite your courage. to have healthy boundaries with the unseen and the seen world. You're a very spiritual woman. We all know that. So Spirit is saying to you, make sure going forward that your boundaries are healthy, wise, buttoned up, both in the spiritual and the physical world. Likes attract, everybody. If we don't have any boundaries in our physical world, in our life, we are just willy-nilly to whatever goes on. Our spiritual life is also willy-nilly. Healthy boundaries in our physical life also create healthy boundaries in our spiritual life, and vice versa. So this is also a thank you card for teaching others, Kathy, how to have strong boundaries in their spiritual and physical lives. Okay. Cheryl, did I draw a card for you, or did I get off on a tangent right there in that moment? Let me know, Cheryl, if I need to draw a card for you. Katrina, this one is for you. It's the teaching of Iktomi, of Grandmother Spider. In the Lakota teachings, we're taught that Grandmother Spider is always weaving. She's helping us weave. She helps us reweave. Sometimes Grandma Spider says, take a look at what you've woven in your life. What is your weave looking like? Do you need to pull a thread from your weave? Do you need to add some threads to your weave? What are you weaving in your life at this time? And what would you like to weave into your life going forward? This is a great card. Remember that each new day is an opportunity to weave all over again. For me, Grandmother teaches me that there are changes afoot. And usually those changes are interior changes. We can feel there's something different. Sometimes we might say, I feel differently about that, or something's going on, I can't quite pinpoint it. And we're not always just supposed to pinpoint it in any given minute. Grandma Spider says, sit back and relax and take a look. What is it that you feel is different in your weave, in your soul, in your spirit, the interior castle? What is it that needs to be maybe rewoven? Maybe it's tattered and it needs to be rewoven, renewed. Allow renewal. Allow the new. Time to fix the tattered. Time to let go of. So Grandmother Spider is working with you to reweave and to weave new things into your life. So if there are things you need to let go of, allow them to be let go of, and know that new things, new thoughts, maybe belief systems, feelings, perceptions are being woven into your tapestry, the tapestry of your journey, of your life at this time. Cheryl, this one is for you, Cheryl. It is the Archangel Muriel. Muriel says, I am in balance with life. I am strong, sensitive, and wise. But Cheryl, my question to you is, are you honoring that within yourself? Are you honoring your intuition, your gifts of the Spirit, your connection to the Creator, to the divine? Are you honoring that? If you're not honoring that and taking care of that, Archangel Muriel says to us, if we are a sensitive person, we need to nurture our sensitivities. Doesn't mean hide from the world. It means nurture the fact that you are a sensitive person. I'm a psychic sensitive person. The Catholic Church refers to me as a sensitive, as a seer. So in my household, the music that you will hear, the art that's in my home, the smells in my home are all very gentle. They are all very nurturing. The colors of the walls in my home. Taking time to go outside to nurture. So Cheryl, this is a reminder that you are intuitive. You are naturally intuitive as a person. Pay attention to your gut feeling. Pay attention to that voice that speaks to you from your heart. Nurture that, nurture yourself. And if anything in your home or your surroundings is not nurturing, it is not loving, replace that with something that nurtures your sensitivities. For me, the incense that I have in the home, whether it's sage, cedar, the oils that I use, lavender. I have a lot of oils that I brought back from Egypt. I will have those in my home so that it's soothing to me. And if there are people in your life that are not soothing to your sensitivities, the obnoxious people, well, that's a whole show, isn't it? So it's about nurturing your intuition and your gifts of the spirit. There you go. Oh, I go, of course, nothing to bring. My life isn't good for him. Listen, when we can tap into that inner light and we can let that light shine and be loving in the world, that's what we just came here to do, is to be loving in the world. It isn't a magic. Boy, some of the most amazing people that I know, their stories are incredible. And what do they do with where they've been and what they've witnessed? And, well, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything that you all don't know. Rochelle, my dear, it's the Griffin. So yes, share your story. Oh, good, Cheryl. Yeah, be good to yourself. Love yourself. Be nurturing. Unnurturing things, people, places. Nope. No room in the inn for that bad news. Griffin. It is the Griffin for you, Rochelle. The Griffin says, be brave, be bold. Now is the time to take a realistic look at whatever you feel may be holding your peace of mind hostage or keeping you from realizing your dreams. This is a card that says, step through fear. Take a look at what you're fearful of. Take a look at what might be blocking you. Take a realistic look. Be brave and work through it. Push through it. Know that your angels, your guides, the love of Creator is with you. Over your fears you go. Years ago, in one of the very first sweat lodges I was ever in Ipi, was poured by a holy man from Kentucky, Nasheed. And Nasheed said to me, you know, Scorpio, he always calls me Scorpio, everything that you fear comes to you in order for you to look at it closely, inspect it, examine it, and realize that it's an illusion for you to get over, past, and beyond and keep going. Isn't that true? Everything that we fear, it is amazing. A little fear, a big fear. I knew that was going to happen, we'll say. Doggone it, I just knew that was going to happen. Well, maybe because we've been fixated on it happening. I knew that was just going to happen. Nasheed said, we have to take our mind out of that wily brain situation and take a realistic look at what we're fearful of. And be bold and be brave. Walk through it, step through it, even if it's one half of a step at a time. Sometimes we tremble through it, don't we? Oh my goodness, sometimes our knees are just knocking from being scared. We've all been there. We've all been there. Be bold, be brave, face your fears. All right, and for your friend Deb, Rochelle, it's the unicorn, that pure being of light, represents the pure light. Just like in Harry Potter, the unicorn, pure light. So Deb, for you, this is let your light shine. Let your light shine, the light within shine. The darkness prevails where the light is not fully present. It is amazing what people get away with in the world if we do not bring our light to the darkness. Sometimes it's the darkness of ignorance. Sometimes it is the darkness of prejudice, of judgment, of gossip. Sometimes it's bigger than that. Some of us brought our light up to Standing Rock last autumn. You bring your light to where the darkness is, otherwise the darkness will prevail. So Deb, let your light shine. Shine your light. And it doesn't have to be grandiose. All it has to be is honoring the light within yourself. Morning meditation, I honor the light within. I honor the light within. Or as my yoga instructor, Liz, says at yoga, at the closing of yoga, the inner light within me honors that same divine inner light within you. But how many of us take the time to honor the divine inner light within us? We can see it in everybody else. We can see it in nature, in our dogs and our horses. But what about our inner light? Just breathing into that inner light and being ourselves. That's what we came here to be. We didn't come here to be anybody different than who we are. All right. All right. Have I given a little message of empowerment to anyone and everyone today? If I haven't, this is the last call to do so. All right. Mary Ann Malika. Mary Ann. Oh, it is the teaching of Seti the First. We don't get this card pulled up very often. Seti the First, leadership. Absolutely, Diane. Seti the First was the pharaoh of the 19th dynasty, the builder of the temple of Osiris at Abydos. My absolute favorite temple in Egypt is the temple of Abydos. Mary Ann. The greatest of leaders are often called to pilot themselves and others through formidable winds and mighty storms when mediocrity in commandeering a life-changing ship simply won't do. You are being called to lead, to be the leader, and know sometimes we're the only leader that can lead. And sometimes we think, really, why can't they just handle this? Why can't this just happen? All right, I'll lead since no one else is raising their hand. Sometimes we're drawn into those situations because we are the only one who can do it in a given moment. We also have the opportunity to say no. Okay. Mary Ann, I lead with wisdom, knowing that I am strengthened by the essence of life, which is love. All right, Star. Yeah, Star. You and Jeanette. My daughter and my niece Katie just arrived. Star. This one is for you. What a great name. Star. We chapki oyate. We say we chapki oyate. The Star Nations. Okay, here we go again. The teaching of Tutmosis the Fourth, Moses. Tutmosis the Fourth. Tutmosis the Fourth is credited with uncovering the Sphinx. He was given a dream. And in the dream, he was told that if he dug the Sphinx out of the sands, he would be made pharaoh. The Sphinx represents our inner castle, our inner wisdom. The allegory to the story is this. When we take a leadership role in our own lives and we are courageous enough to dig right down deep into our own wisdom, to uncover our own inner Sphinx, the keeper of secrets, we become our own pharaoh. We become our own champion. We become our wise selves. This is about digging deep into your own wisdom, uncovering your wisdom, and becoming the captain of your own ship. Not anybody else's ship, the captain of your ship. Oh, he's just got lots to say. Okay, Leslie, this one is for you. It is the hawk. Gabriel is just having a little storm here. The hawk says, I see things with great clarity. I have nothing to fear. Be fearless. Be fearless. What you are seeing clearly. Use your intuition. Honor your intuition. I have nothing to fear. Fear not. As my dad used to say, fear nothing but respect everything. The hawk, Cheta Oyate, is with you, keeping an eye on you. It's also a reminder that your guides and your angels are keeping a real close eye on you. They've got your back. Be fearless. Be bold. Be you. Yeah. Pay attention to your intuition and your own clear sight. Enjoy your day, Marilyn. Diane. This one is for you, Diane. It is the Archangel Saint Michael card, Michael. I celebrate the lessons that I have learned in my life, and I rejoice in what they have taught me. I celebrate the lessons I have learned in my life, and I rejoice in what they have taught me. You are very welcome, Star. That's a potent card. I know you understand the inner pinnings of it as well. So Diane, Michael, I would urge you, if I were you, I would take some time to meditate, to contemplate, to be in the presence of the Archangel Saint Michael, and to pay attention to what you perceive. Because when we invite the archangels, when we invite the light from the outside of us, we perceive everything to be outside of us, but what's outside of us is a reflection of what's in us. So when we call to the Archangel Saint Michael, that bit of us within us, that stardust that is Michael, also comes forward. Michael is walking with you. All right. Marty and then Christy. Those are the last two cards for the day. Marty Curtis. This one is for you. It's the teaching of the penguin. The penguin says, pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams and your night dreams. Record them, Marty. There are beautiful teachings and communications and yeah, Amy, I'm going to draw a card for you, so please don't check out yet. Penguin, this is all about your dreams. And if your dreams have been befuddled or you can't get into your dreams or remember them, Marty, ask the penguin to journey with you or to be with you during your nap time, your daydream time, your night dream time, because the ancients, the ancestors are speaking to you through your dreams. Please record them. Please record them. And we can go on a dream. We can journey with the penguin. The ancestors are speaking to you at this time with ancient teachings. All right. Amy, my fellow room mom from 5th grade. Oh my goodness. Oh heavens. It's the angel Shamshiel. I'm just going to read this to you, Amy. I'm just going to read this to you. On the day you were born, Amy, the stars danced with delight, and the planets of the universe jumped for joy. The angel Shamshiel comes to remind you, Amy, that you are free to choose how you live, and that your life is a reflection of the choices that you make. Choose laughter, abundance, health, and endless love. Choose to sing from the mountaintops and dance with blissful abandon. And your daily mantra from Shamshiel, Amy, is this: I am free to dance at the party called life. Amy, I'm curious, did you know Sister Irene Mary? Sister edited all of these cards for me. She taught English at Catholic Central. I'm not sure if you went to Catholic Central or West Catholic. She's an amazing woman. Okay, Christy, you beautiful thing. This one is for you. Oh. It's the teaching of Cleopatra. We've got a lot of Egypt in here this morning. Christy Tubman, Cleopatra, or as they say in Egypt, Cleopatra. Cleopatra was a brilliant and passionate woman, deeply devoted to her country. Cleopatra VII spoke 9 separate languages and by all accounts was a superb leader. Known for fighting for what she believed in and the nation she held so dear, Cleopatra was a fearless queen, often finding herself navigating through treacherous political territories to overcome her enemies and defend what she loved. Christy, do not let the ignorance or ego of others render you powerless. You are the commander-in-chief of your life. Choose your consorts and colleagues wisely and with love. Stand up for that which you cherish and love, including, Christy, yourself. Isn't that lovely? Judy Brager, last card of the day, Archangel Raziel. Judy, you're being called to go outdoors. Yes, you are. I am one with all of nature. I am one with Mother Earth. On this super moon day, well, every day, really, Grandmother Earth, Unchi Maka, is always speaking to us. She's always speaking. Always. Oh, you're welcome, Christy. For you, Judy, you're being asked to go outside today. Just put your feet on the ground. Wear your snow boots because it's snowy here in Michigan. Put your feet on the ground and take a deep breath. Breathe in the fresh air of winter. Breathe in the fresh air of Grandmother Earth, of the Sky Nation, right? We Chapki Ayate, the Wakan Washte, the good spirits in all of nature, and Grandmother Earth. And Grandmother Earth. You're welcome, Judy. And spend some time in meditation with Raziel, the Archangel of Grandmother Earth and Grandmother Earth spirits of nature. With that, everyone, thank you for being with me today on The Mystic's Heart. Please come visit me at deniseiwana.com. And Joanne, last card of the day as we are signing off for today. Let's do one more. It is the cricket card for you. It's the cricket for you, Joanne. What does the cricket say? I am the sacred song that lies deep within your spirit. I am the ancestral songs and octaves waiting to be sung as only you, Joanne, can sing them. This is a card that says, in essence, it is time for you to sing your song. It is time for you to shine your light, to write your story. It's time for you to share who you are here on the earth plane and to do it with joy. The cricket also says it's good to have joy. Joy is your birthright. It's good to have joy in your life. And by the way, Joanne, you do bring joy to others. And so it's part of the cycle to give joy and to receive joy. Isn't that marvelous? All right. And so with that, everyone, please do, if you would, take a moment to visit me at the Temple Within via deniseiwana.com. That would be fantastic. And for those of you that have been wondering, where do you get these cards and the artwork and all of those good kinds of things? If you visit deniseiwana.com, you will see that the Mystic's Heart is right there, located on the home page, and you can take a look of everything that David and I have created together. With that, everyone, blessings be. Welcome to the year 2018, and remember to breathe. Remember to let your light shine. Blessings be, everyone.